Good afternoon everybody and welcome. Welcome to Crafty Clegg's Creations. My name is Jeanette and I'm coming to you today from the northwest of England where I live with my husband Timothy and our little dog Zach. Today is Sunday the 24th of April 2022 and the weather is mild. It's nice and sunny. It's a little bit windy, so probably chillier than it really is because the wind is making it feel chilly. But all in all, for this time of year, it's pretty good. It's been a while. I haven't podcasted now for nearly a month. So if you want to go and grab yourself a drink, something to knit, crochet, sew, whatever is your passion for crafting, and we'll get started. Okay, have you all got a drink and you're knitting, crocheting? We can begin. I'm going to start by giving you a little bit of my life update for the past month. And to be perfectly honest, it's not very exciting because life just is like that at the moment here. We have, well, yeah, I'm not going into detail, but we're not having the most thrilling time at the moment. But we have been out and about. We have been into Manchester. Tim and I, a couple of weeks ago now, decided that we would take the bus. We wouldn't take the car because it's very difficult at times to park in Manchester. So we decided we'd take the bus, which was quite novel for us because obviously we both drive, so very rarely get on a bus. So we went to Manchester, had a really nice walk round, got a little, few little treats, things that you need, underwear and nighties and all that kind of thing. Really boring, but you need to get. We had a lovely lunch out and a little tipple of wine with our lunch, and then we came back on the bus and it was really, really nice. It was just a lovely day out. We've obviously done lots of walking. Well, when I say obviously, I just presume everybody does the same because, that's what we've all started to do now, isn't it? The new exercise for everybody is walking. Unfortunately, Tim's got a couple of sore knees at the moment now. We get one thing straightened and another thing starts. So yeah, they think he's got a little bit of arthritis in his knees and on the left knee he does need a new one. So now he's waiting for that. What else have we done? We've had a couple of rides out in the car. We've been over to Stockport and Tim took me to Hobbycraft to get some paper supplies for my paper crafting. We have been out for dinner a couple of times, but really, other than that, I have got quite a busy month in May. Katie's coming home, which I'm really pleased about, and we are going to watch the new Downton Abbey film together. Katie and I are very passionate about Downton, and we always saved it up to watch together because Katie hasn't lived here in our area for many years now, and when it did come out we used to save it, or we didn't watch it. I didn't watch it on a Sunday night when it was on and Katie didn't, and then when I'd go to visit her at university we'd sit and watch all of them together, and we used to have Downton Abbey days. They were really good days, them simple things but always the best, aren't they? So yeah, Katie's coming home at the end of this. No, I think it's the 7th of May. I've got a couple of little bits and pieces arranged for May. But I do want to talk to you about a couple of things. I have decided, because in May, Tim and I are going to try and get out and about a bit more, maybe visit a couple of nice towns. I quite fancy going to Chester for the day. I quite fancy York. And at the end of May, I'm going on holiday. So I thought I might vlog in May. But I'm not going to upload it every day because my content just doesn't warrant uploading every day. There's only so many times I can watch you make a cup of coffee or, walk the dog or things like that. So I've decided what I will do, so as not to bore you all, I will just upload once a week in May at the end of each week. So that's what I've decided to do. So that's something to look forward to if any of you are interested. And the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is the horrendous, I'm not going to go into it too much, but we all know what's happening in the Ukraine. And it's really starting to bother me that I can't do anything at all to help. So I had a talk to Tim, and I have decided, I mean, I don't know, well, you can't really see, but all my toys have gone. They've all gone from here, and they've all gone from here. And what I've done is I've taken them all down, dusted them off, cleaned them up, and I've decided I'm going to sell them all and donate all the funds to the Ukraine. And the only way I can do this, the only two platforms that I have are YouTube and my Instagram page. And I know that not everybody does YouTube and not everybody goes on Instagram. So I've decided to split it between the two channels. So I'll show you some of the things that I'm selling, and if you want to buy it, I'm not going to put a set price on it. It's just what you can afford. It doesn't matter how much it is, as long as it's something that we can send off to the Ukraine. Even just a little bit will help. So I'm not going to put any prices on anything, and if you want it, just comment in the description box below and we will get in touch, and then we can discuss payment and I'll send it out to you, so forth. So yeah, there's that I want to do, because it is really starting to, it's starting to upset me and affect me. I mean, it's upset me from day one. And I'll be honest with you, I did not think it would go on this long. And the longer it goes on, just the harder and harder it is. And unfortunately, because Tim and I have not got lots and lots of money, I can't donate, any money from our accounts because we need it to live. So I thought the only other thing I could do is sell all what I make at a reasonable price. So that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you'll all take part and, want to be interested in that, because it, like I say, every little helps. So that's that. So I'm going to vlog in May, and I'm going to do a little raffle, which I will show you towards the end, for trying to raise some money for Ukraine. Anyway, so that's them two things. And other than that, really, there's not really very much else to tell you. We're all right. We're keeping well. Apart from Tim's knees, but we're keeping well. The weather is definitely starting to get better, so that's nice. I'm looking forward to the summer months. I've planted some plants out in the garden. I don't know if they're going to survive, actually, because it's been a little bit windy up here the past few days, and we live right at the top of a hill on the court, literally on the side of the hill, and we get terrible wind up here, so whether they'll survive or not, I don't know. Watch this space. Anyway, enough about that. I've chit-chatted about enough, so I am going to get on with some chatting about what I've been making. So I'm going to start on what I'm working on at the moment, which, to be fair, is two things. That's it. I have completely, I don't know why, but seem to have lost all my enthusiasm for knitting, crocheting, sewing, anything like that. I've not done a shop update for a long time, which I am going to remedy. I have had a big sale in my shop, and there is a few things left if anybody's interested, with 30% off. But I'm going to pull up my big girl pants and get myself sorted. So I am this week going to make some new bags, and there will be a shop update coming soon. I digress. See, this is why I'm not podcasting, because I can't concentrate on anything. Anyway, so I've got two things to show you, which is not a lot and not like me, but it is what it is, and that's all I've got. I have got three things that's finished that I can show you, but that's it really. I've got a couple of incoming, but we'll get to that when. So I'll start with my socks. I'm making some socks. This is housed in my lovely flower bag. I love this bag. And I got this brooch. I think I've told you about this before. I got this brooch as a free gift when I ordered something off Etsy. Isn't that beautiful? I thought that was a really lovely idea. I am making, just bear with me, the Crunkled Socks by Kay Jones of the Bakery Bears. Aren't they lovely? They're so effective. I'm really pleased with them. And when I first started these, I really romped on with them. I was doing 2 at a time, and I'd done cuffs and the legs in about 2 days. That's it. I literally did them in 2 days. And then it stopped. It just yeah, it just went downhill rapidly. The yarn I'm using, let me show you. Have I got the... Yes, I have. It's, this was a gift from Karen, my lovely friend Karen from Stitches and Jacks. And it's from Blue Fern Yarns. Can you see that? Is it focusing? And it's called Friendship. And it's the Platinum Sock 4-ply. 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. And here it is. Isn't that lovely? Look at those colours in that. There's little bits of purples and turquoises and like sky blue. Oh, and it's such a lovely yarn to knit with. Anyway, here is sock number 1. I can't put it on a sock blocker because for some reason I decided to do it on small. Are these 9 inches? Are they 9? 20 centimetres. They're Addy, and they're a 20 centimetre. So yeah, I can't put it on a sock blocker because it stretches it and all my stitches will come off. So let me show you like this. I did a 2x2, or it says 2x2 rib, and then you've got this beautiful pattern, which, like I say, is really not difficult to do at all, but really very effective. Isn't that nice? And the heel is a slip one, knit one, and then purl one on the way back, and then I've just turned the heel, and now I'm doing the foot. I think these are going to be for Katie. I'm going to make these for Katie because she seems to like the knitted socks. So that's my first one, and this is how far I've got on my second one, which I think once, if you have second sock syndrome, which sometimes, well, a lot of the time I do, if you've got that much done, I'm ready to turn for the heel now, turn the heel and that. So once I've got that, I think this bit here is don't bother me, this bit. So yeah, this is how far I've got, and like I say, I absolutely love it. It's a lovely pattern. It's amazing, isn't it? I always find how amazing knitting stitches are, that you can just quickly swap them around and yet you get that fantastic texture. Look at that, isn't it lovely? I just love it. So she doesn't know I'm making of these, Katie. Sometimes she watches my podcast, so if she sees it, she'll know that they're for her. Yeah. What was I saying then? See? My mind. So yeah, those are for Katie, and they'll be finished when they're finished. I'm not stressing over it. I did doubt whether to do a podcast because I've got hardly anything to show you, and I thought, you know, I'm going to come on and be honest and just tell you. I've lost it all. I'm doing a little bit of paper crafting, but that's all really. I am really hoping it'll come back. And the second thing that I started about, when did I start this? Maybe a week ago. And you'll see why I'm saying I've lost my Crow Joe and my Knitting Joe, or whatever you call it. I just don't know where it's gone. Anyway, I'll show you this. This is in a bag that I made myself. These are just, I think these were 5x5 inch charm pack, and I cut them down to 2.5. Made myself a nice little patchwork bag. And I am making, and I haven't got a picture of it, and I'm sure you're all aware of who it is and what it is. It is by Lucy from Attic 24, and it's the Jolly Chunky bag. And this is how far I've got. I know. The base. Well, it's not even the base. I've not even finished it. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds of the Jolly Chunky bag. But anyway, I'm doing it in. You're going to like, does that woman ever use anything other than Shapey's Stonewash? But this one is XL. The pattern calls for chunky, and I didn't have the colours that I wanted in the style craft that it's done in. So I thought I'll have a look what I've got in my stash, and those are the colours that I'm going to use. This isn't the large one that I'm doing. She has got a smaller version, and this is the one that I'm going to do. I might actually sit and do some of this afternoon. This is very, very mindless crocheting, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way to the designer. It's just trebles going round and round, which for me is not too difficult. I've got a job to do. I'm going to make some banana bread when I finish this. And then I think I'm going to sit down for an hour this afternoon and try and make some progress. So that is as far as I got. That's as far as I've got. I'm going to line it. I'm going to put some flowers on it. Yeah, watch this space. I've got so much to finish. And I am really going to try and get everything finished before I start anything else. And I think this is what my problem is at the moment, because I'm really forcing myself to not start anything new, because I've got a basket full of things. Well, not a basket full, but I've got a few things that need finishing off. I've got a couple that are ongoing that I don't mind. I've still got my Yuletide blanket, which I'm not bothered about that. I've done a couple of rows on that. When I fancy that, I pick it up. And then I've got my other granny square blanket with the love art in the middle. I've done 3 or 4 rounds on that, and I'm not bothered about that, because for me, there's no rush for them. I have got a friend who is pregnant, and I really want to make some baby things, so that might be allowed, because the baby needs some things. Well, she doesn't need the things, but I'd like to make her the things. What else have I got on the go? I've got a little piece of slow stitching that I've almost finished but not quite, that I want to make into a journal. I am 3/4 through the way of making my teddy bear. I had a little teddy bear kit for Christmas, if you remember, and I've done the head, the body and both the arms. And all I need to do is the legs and put all the cotter pins in, and it's finished. Crazy, isn't it? But I'll get round to it. So then, at the moment, my jolly chunky bag and my socks are the only thing that I'm doing, really, anything on. I have made myself a new project bag. I don't know if anybody has seen it. And again, I haven't got a picture. I will put one in, because my pattern for this, I bought this from Toft. So my pattern for this is on my iPad. So I'll put you a picture in to show you. But I've made myself a little bag. This is for the Queen I'm making. I don't know if anybody's seen it, and you'll see the picture. I don't know where I'll put the picture, but it'll be somewhere I'll put the picture. And in here is the kit that I bought to make Queen. It's just, well, when I say it's beautiful Toft. I can't remember if I've shown you this before, or whether it was the other Year of the Dolls. I can't remember. Anyway, I'll show you. These are all the colours that we need to make Queen. So there's them, silver, red, black and cream. And then, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, there's an oatmeal. Oh no, this is the cream and that's the oatmeal. So them are the colours that we need to use to make the Queen. And I just thought I'd like, you know, a nice, for a bit of fun, a nice bag to put it in. So I bought a little bit of this fabric. It's just a cotton fabric. And then I bought like an iron-on patch. This is just some pom-pom trim, and this is I just had enough to do a little strip at the top. I think this was from Angela's, and I bought that a few years ago. I don't know what I made, maybe a bag for Christmas. But yeah, so I've made myself a bag, but that's all I've done. It's not very much to show you, is it? I have got some things to show you at the end from my paper crafting, but we'll just carry on for now. Right, so what I've finished. Let me show you what I finished. You all know I'm doing the 12 birds of the crochet the 12 birds for Christmas, and I'm on bird number 4, which was Delia, the cattle egret. Oh, I've covered a picture up. Oh, there she is. Isn't she nice? So that was the bird for April, and here she is. Can you see her? I loved making this. I love these birds. I really do enjoy them. And I've had a bit of a, can you see, one leg's longer than the other. So this one has got a broken leg. But like Tim said, once it's on the tree and its legs are spray, you know, it's got like sat on the tree like this, you'll never know. So yeah, it's constructed the same as all the others. This is the tail feathers, the wings, a little beardy. I didn't know whether to use a wire brush to sort of fluff that up. I might do. Beak, eyes, and wonky leg. Isn't it lovely? So that's bird number 4. It's about the only thing I'm keeping up with at the moment are my birds, but not to worry. So I've got 4, but I will show you which one I'm doing next. I think I'm going to have to put an order in for some yarn, to be fair, from Toft, because I'm slowly running out of things. In fact, I'm going to have to, excuse me, I'm going to have to put an order in for this. This is Lydia the Goose. Oh, I'm doing it again. Lydia the Goose. Oh, I really like that one. And that one is done. The colour is shale, orange and charcoal. Now, I know I've got the orange and I think I've got a little bit of the charcoal for the wings, but I do need to order some shale. But because I'm going to need a bit more for the others, I might as well just put the order in and try and get the rest that I need. Yeah, really enjoying that. So that's one thing finished. So I've got 4 birds now for my tree. And then the next thing that I finished was my dolls who made history. Now, I can't remember what she's called. I can't find the paper that she comes with, a card with all the information in. So I will put a name at the bottom. And if I can remember, I'll try and write some information about her at the bottom. But again, she was absolutely brilliant to make. She's got a little nose there. This is her hair, all back in a turban. Isn't that lovely? And her dress was, oh, it was just really nice to make. She's even got, are you ready? I loved these. Even the detail on this. She's even got a pair of sandals on. Look at that. Isn't that fab? She was downstairs for a while, and she's got some wooden beads as a necklace. Now, there is 2 lots of hands you can do, and I'm going to try and do it on the Queen. You can do this standard one, and then there's one that you do actual fingers. So I am going to try and do that for the Queen. But I was really, really pleased with her. Yeah, dead easy to make. Well, when I say dead easy to make, all Toft things are quite easy to make. The colour work was a bit, I wouldn't say difficult, it was just time consuming. It's not one of those that you can just sit and watch the telly and do it. You obviously have to know and count how many stitches. And I always carry my wool around so I don't have lots of joins going up. So yeah, but like I say, weren't difficult to do, just needed to concentrate. And this yarn of Toft's, I mean, it's an alpaca yarn, it's just beautiful, I love it. A dress comes in 2 parts, so that's a skirt and this is a sweater. Well, not a sweater, but a top. So yeah, I've finished her. I love her. Hello. I love her headscarf. Isn't a headscarf gorgeous? And all her hair, her braids. Anyway, so that's another finished item. I used all Toft alpaca. I did it on a 3mm needle. And what else can I tell you about her? Nothing really, other than she was really easy to do. I don't find them difficult at all. They can be a bit trying, like I said, with the colour, but other than that, yeah, really, really nice. And then the other day I was flicking through my, what was I flicking through? It might have been my, not my Instagram, my Ravelry or my iBooks where I store a lot of my patterns. And I come across this little bunny. Now, I'd not made anything for Easter, so I had an hankering for making something for Easter. So I made this cute. Oh, isn't that adorable? This is for my granddaughter. I'm going to give it to our little Lol. Well, she's not little anymore, my granddaughter. She's 11 now. She goes to big school in September. Anyway, yeah, so I've made this and I'm going to give it to Lola. This was made out of sheepy's katona. Her little skirt was made from some Liberty Torn lawn, and then I've just stuck on a little decorative bow there with some hot glue. I did run out of the skin tone yarn, so she's got a little bit of a purple ear here, but that's fine. You have to do a mend, don't you, when you run out of these yarns. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed that. Really nice pattern, and again, don't know the name of it, so I'll put it on the screen or down below. And again, I don't know really what to tell you about that, other than it's a very quick make. I made it all in a day, and then I sewn most of the limbs on in. I think I made it and put the arms on and sewn the face on, and then the day after I sewn the ears on and made the skirt. So yeah, it was a very, very quick make, but really enjoyable. You know, when you feel like you've got an itch that you want to scratch just to make something quickly, well, this was it. So yeah, that was my little bunny, and that's going to be for my little granddaughter Lola. So that is it that I made, but I did have a little treat. Tim and I went to a yarn festival, was it a couple of weeks ago now? Yeah, not last weekend, the week before, over in Leeds, and it's called Spring into Wool. And Tim took me over and we had a nice look round, and we had our a coffee there and cake, and it was just nice. It was just nice to get out. The weather was really nice, and I didn't really buy very much. I was very good. I saw, who did I meet while I was there? Oh, what's she called, the lady? Bear with me. It's the same lady who I'm knitting the socks with. From Blue Fern Yarns. I met her and her husband. Lovely, lovely couple. A yarn is beautiful. Oh, I could have spent a fortune, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be this time. But I did have a bit of a treat. And I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to make one and never really got round to it. So I bought myself a kit. And this kit is from Sincerely Louise. It comes in a nice Hessian bag, and you get all the ingredients that you need to make the moose's head. Isn't that fab? It's actually done in Stonewash, Sheepy Stonewash XL. And the reason, so you need, get everything that you need. So there's stuffing all in the bottom. You get the two colours that you need to make your, deer's head. The white bit for the nose, and then the black bit for the end of the nose. But what she was saying to me, Louise, when I was chatting to her, that a lot of people make these for Christmas and do a red nose. So I thought, oh, well, that's a good idea. So I'm going to make this one first, and then maybe nearer to Christmas, I might make a red one. But whilst I was there, I also got another one, another pattern. I didn't get the kit, I just got the pattern. So I got the sheep. And you also get in your kit one of these to put, you sew your bust of the animal's head onto here to mount on your wall. Well, Tim has got a printer that he could, oh no, it's not print, is it? What is it he's got? 3D printer. Yeah, 3D printer, so he could cut me one of these out. So he could make me one of these for the sheep. So I'm going to make the sheep and the deer's head, and I think I'm going to have it in my craft room somewhere. So that was one thing that I bought, but that was it. There was nothing else. There was a couple of other things that I would have quite liked, but I'm just trying to reduce what I've got and use things up. But it was just nice to get out and have a ride out. And it was nice to go with Tim, because Tim doesn't really come to many of these shows with me. So that was nice. So that's all I bought, really, from the Spring into Wool. And then at Easter, I did, Toft did an Easter egg hunt, and of course I had to join in. So I joined in and I found all the bits and pieces, which was a patch. I'm getting quite a few of these now. I think this is about 4th or the 5th one I've got. So I won a patch, and I also won 3 patterns. How adorable are these? Look at that. So there's a mini one of those. That is cockatiel. What's a cockatiel? I've heard of a cockatoo. So that's a cockatiel, and the pattern's on the back. This one is a rooster, and again, pattern on the back. And this one is a duck. Is that not gorgeous? And they're all quite small, and I've got lots and lots of bits and pieces in all my bags up here, so I'll probably be able to make all 3 of them. So yeah, that was another little treat. But other than that, for knitting and crocheting, that's all I've bought. So I'm just going to show you now what I've picked out 2 different bundles of things that I'm going to sell on YouTube and on Instagram. So please don't feel you have to help out if you can't afford it, or, you know, everybody's, you know, feeling the pinch at the moment, aren't they, with all these price increases and such like. But I'll just show you what I'm going to do, what I'm going to sell, and then if you are interested, just comment below and we'll message each other and we'll sort it out that way. So the first thing I'm going to get, I'm going to raffle off is, no, not raffle, sell. I'm going to sell. So all I need you to do is just tell me the price you want to pay, and that's fine. I don't want to put any pressure on anybody. I just want to try and get some money for Ukraine. So the first thing is the bear that I made. This is made out of a mojo flannel. It's a mojo fabric. It's nice and squidgy. It's very, very soft to touch and tactile. And yeah, that's all I can tell you about it, really. It's got added matching buttons for its joints on its arms and its legs. It's got 2 buttons for its eyes, and that's it. So there's going to be that up for sale if anybody fancies it. Then the next one is my Luna the lamb, I think she's called, something like that anyway. So this is Luna, and she's all dressed with, that's netting underneath, all dressed for spring in a gingham dress with a little pocket on there and a transfer. She's got little buttons here. It's all made out of felt, good quality felt. It's 30% felt and 70%, can't remember what the other thing is, but it is quite a good quality wool felt. So there's that one. And then I've got 3 crocheted, and they're all my gnomes. Now, I'll be honest, I love these. And I ummed and ahed, but I thought, Jeanette, don't be selfish. You're very, very lucky to have the things you've got. Get raffling them off for Ukraine. So, there's this one. It's done in sheepies. Got a little button there. Handmade with love. Its hat comes off. It's as bald as anything, but his hat comes off, and that's how the pattern was. So we've got that one. We've got, let me put his hat right. He looks like he's had a drink or 2. Then we've got this one. So they're both exactly the same, just different colours, that's all. So we've got the red one and the grey one, exactly the same. Where can I put them? There. And then this is another one that I made. And again, it's done in sheepy stonewash. It's got my very, very old label on. I used to be called Knitting Net many, many years ago, because I'm called Jeanette and all my family called me Net. What a nickname to have, Net. But they did. So yeah, it's got a bobbly beard. This hat doesn't come off. That one stayed on. And then there's that one. So if anybody is interested, like I say, comment below that you want what you want. Let me know what you want, and we'll sort out some funds. Anyway, I am going to go now. I'm sorry that it's been a long time that I got back to you. I just haven't, like I said, no point me keep going on about it. Just haven't done very much. I will show you at the end now that I've done my little bit of paper crafting. So that will come after this. So if you're not interested, thank you very much for staying by. Oh, and also let me just say thank you so much to all my subscribers who are long-term subscribers, and I have had quite a few new ones, and I did say that when I get to 2,000 subscribers I will do a giveaway, and I definitely will do a giveaway next time. I just want to try and get all these things sorted and sent off to Ukraine before I do anything else really, but I will do a nice giveaway next time. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. Take care. I hope you're all right and happy crafting. Bye.